Good afternoon mga ka-HR. Isang maganda, maulan-ulan actually. Maambon sa kinaroroonan ko ngayon. Sa ating mga ka-HR dyan sa Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. And yes, nandito po tayo ulit para na naman sa isang mainit-init na hapon ng Sabado na syempre hindi tayo mauubusan ng learning dahil this afternoon meron tayong for 4 years. Ngayon ay nakasama na natin siya sa ating learning this afternoon at napagbigyan niya po ang inyong lingkod na siya ay mag-join sa atin bilang isang mentor and speaker ng HR Calabarzon. At dahil dyan, para hindi na po naiinip ang ating mga ka-HR, I will share my screen. Yan. So ano nga po ba ang HR Calabarzon? Ang HR Calabarzon po is a registered non-profit organization na nagpo-provide ng virtual, kagaya po ngayon, ng virtual and face-to-face learning to all HR professional, enthusiasts, and small-medium business owner. And yes, we are currently 15,700 members plus. May plus po kasi yun, hindi ko na nilagay exact amount, exact bilang. Pero yan po, 15,700 members na po tayo for 4 years na nag-e-ere po tayo via Facebook and YouTube. Ang inyo pong lingkod ay ang founder and the president of HR Calabarzon na nagsiserve ngayon po bilang isang HR manager sa isang 26-year-old food manufacturing in Las Piñas. I am also a seasoned and committed HR expert specializing in compensation and benefits. Siyempre po, kasama po dyan ang ating mandatory statutory benefits. At siyempre po, bilang isang HR practitioner, part po yan. Lagi po tayong may success at saka may unsuccessful. Pero dahil po dedicated po tayo bilang isang HR professional and dedicated single mom sa aking 21 years old son. This afternoon po, nais po naming imbitahan ang lahat ng ating mga ka-HR na to join our Viber community. Please do scan the QR code. Dito po, wala po tayong discrimination. Kahit sino po pwedeng sumali. Dito po makikita nyo yung ating mga webinars and learning, HR announcement, latest news and update. And of course, dito po, pwede po kayong magtanong. Siyempre po, basta connected with HR, of course. And siyempre, para mapollow nyo po kami, we have our Facebook page, Facebook group, Viber, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Ito po ang mga social media platform ng HR Calabarzon. Also sa lahat ng interesado at patuloy na tumatangkilik sa HR Calabarzon, ito po ay dahil sa nagre-request kayo ng e-certificate, kaya po nakakapag-renew tayo lagi ng ating Zoom postpaid account. Sa lahat po ay pwede pong magbayad o required po ng minimal fee na 50 pesos per webinar per attendee. Ang inyo pong payment ay via GCash at ang ating number ay 0919-009-6339. Ang link and QR code po para po sa payment at sa, syempre, sa Google Form ay available po. Mamaya ipopost po natin sa Zoom chat box, sa Facebook Live at sa YouTube. Ang payment deadline is until tomorrow po, alas 12 ng hating gabi. At ang e-certificate issuance po ay ipapadala po sa inyo after 3 working days after the webinar, excluding Saturday, Sunday, holiday. Ibig sabihin po, ang e-certificate ay ipapadala po sa inyo on Thursday. Kasi wala na pong holiday ng Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Para po ito sa oras para i-audit ang ating e-certificate at ang ating proof of payment. Okay. Para naman po sa QR code and cellphone number para po sa ating GCash, please do scan the QR code posted in your screen. Nais po magpasalamat ng HR Calabarzon sa mga sumusunod na sponsor ng HR e-Knowledge. Beck Printing Services, a quality printing service you can trust for your customized printing services. You can call them at 0917-129-7852. Butterfly Events OPC, offers hair and makeup, nail art, glitter tattoo, 3D tattoo, face painting, and candy buffet. Get your girls unlimited makeover with Butterfly 3D Salon. Please do call us at 0906-484-6339. M&A Food Fund offers food court, kiddie salon, game booth, and dessert, bulk or small order. Your trusted ally for taking your party event to the next level. Kaya mga ka-HR, pag malapit na foundation, Christmas party, team building, do call M&A Food Fund. Their cell phone number is 0916-445-6180. For Medea, your strategic partner, utilizing certification in identifying relevant business intervention. Please do call them at 0917-521-4253. Boss Job provides speedy communication between talent and bosses to eliminate lengthy application process through direct chat. Please do call them at 02-8656-5876 or email them at support@bossjob.com. Siyempre, thank you rin sa NEN Digital, a digital marketing company focused on helping businesses succeed. We create, customize, innovative solution using advanced technology and market insight. Please do call them at 0966-485-3058. Also, HR Calabarzon would like to invite, sa ating mga kasamang ka-co-host dyan, baka po pwede nating i-admit ang ating mga participant na waiting sa ating Zoom. So, HR Calabarzon would like to invite everyone. Ayan po, kung nakikita niyo po ang aking background, 5 days na lang po. At matutuloy na ang isa sa premium learning program ng HR Calabarzon. Finance Made Easy. Budgeting, performance, and bottom line analysis. Kaya mga ka-HR, alam ko, lahat tayo, we hate math. Pero, syempre kailangan pa rin natin ng math. At hindi lang po ito pang HR, hindi lang po ito pang accounting. Ito po ay para sa lahat ng mga managers or work unit head natin dyan na gustong matuto. Paano po ba ang mag-budget, mag-account ng performance, at syempre, yung pag-a-analyze ng ating mga need para sa ating kumpanya. Please do join us sa September 26 na po ito, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. sa Astoria Plaza Hotel in Ortigas. Please do scan the QR code to register or PM me while waiting po tayo sa learning this afternoon. Also, we would like to invite everyone to join the first public run ng Formidea. This is your mental health matters. Safe mind, safe workplace, psychological first aid, and training for Philippine organization. Mga ka-HR, kailangan natin to. So please do join them. Register. Ang early bird po nila, I think medyo tapos na. Ang kanilang regular rate is 5,700 for the face-to-face. Ito po ay sa Microtel by Winham Acropolis in Eastwood, Quezon City. At ang online naman po ay 3,000. Ayan, register po to join. Also, HR Calabarzon is happy to announce na isa po tayo sa community and industry partner ng 14th Philippine HR Congress 2024. This is the HR Evolution, Adapting to a Changing Workforce Management. Innovative, Adopt, and Thrive. Please do register. Dahil sa October 8 to October 9 na po ito, magkita-kita po tayo sa space at 1 Ayala Avenue, Makati City. Also, HR Calabarzon would like to invite everyone para sa malapit na po ang ating second face-to-face HR E-Knowledge Summit 2024. HR Game Changer, Present, Elevate, and Excel. HR's Blueprint for Organizational and Employee Success. Sa darating na pong November 16, 2024, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sa may MOA lang po tayo. Kaya mga ka-HR, Please do register, scan the QR code, at magkita-kita po tayo. So this afternoon nga po, ay eto ng ating learning na paano nga ba natin may enhance. May connect siya para sa summit natin Enhancing organizational success, strategize for managing employee performance. And of course, makakasama natin ang ating isa sa mga kilalang learning facilitator ng HRs dito po sa Pilipinas. So, para po medyo hindi na kayo mainip, ipakilala ko po ang ating speaker this afternoon. Our speaker this afternoon is a seasoned human resource leader with over 25 years of experience in national, regional, and global roles across various industries. Kaya wag niyo na pong itanong kung ilang taon na siya. Pero hindi naman po mukhang mas matanda siya sa akin. Pero mukhang mas bata pa po siya sa akin. He is a top psychology graduate from the University of the Philippines. He pursued further studies at Ateneo, LaSalle, Universidad Complutense de Madrid. Sorry kung medyo mali po yung pronunciation ko doon. And Universidad Politecnica de Madrid. Sir Eric's expertise span on business partnership, talent management, organization development, and HR analytics, making him a pioneer in shared service sector. As an advocate for people analytics and engagement, she has spoken at key events across Asia and Europe. He has chaired several influential committees, including the Global In-House Center Council, Philippine Human Resource Committee, and the IBPOP Capability Building Committee, driving the creation of high-value jobs in the Philippines. Sir Eric's work has earned his prestigious honor as a Globe Excellence Award and the Gold Standard Award for Culture Creation. Recognized as one of the Southeast Asia's top HR influencer, he continues to shape innovation and creativity within organizations. This year, he plans to visit Antarctica, completing his journey to all 7 continents with his wife for 21 years. Let's all welcome one of the top 100 Filipino in LinkedIn, the transformation enable and the capability development champion, Mr. Eric Rejo de Jos. Hi, sir.
Wow! Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Neddy, no? Alam niyo madaming kasalungan yan si Neddy, no? Ito-chismis ko lang sa inyo. Hindi po totoo na 4 na taon niya ako nililigawan. Ako po yung nagpipilit sa kanya na invite mo naman ako. Hindi mo ako na-invite, may favoritism ka, alam ko, kita mo. So, wag po kayo manawa. At saka kung hindi po ako ulit mag-repeat dito, ibig sabihin binanya po ako, no? So, titingnan natin kung mag-repeat po ako dito. Kita nyo po, hindi ako kasama sa summit ninyo. Yan, ha? Pero nagbo-volunteer po ako.
Sorry ka dyan, sir. Parang mali yata yung announcement mo. Hindi mo lang
Kasama ba ako?
Yes.
Kasama ba ako? Wala pa ako invitation eh. So,
yes.
So, kita nyo, na-surprise ako. Kasama pala ako kasi dinededma ako. Pero anyway, maraming salamat, Neddy, for this opportunity. I know it's been some time that I really wanted to be part of this very dynamic and fast-growing association in HR. Alam mo naman ako, yung puso ko talaga nasa pagsisilbi sa HR, sa mga ka-HR natin. Especially sa Calabarzon kasi hindi mo natatanong, Neddy. Ako yung nagsimula, yung first 8 years ko of formative HR experience sa Calabarzon ako nagsimula. Alam ba nung tinatayo pa lang yung diyan, Technopark diyan sa may Santa Rosa, Laguna. Kami na yung mga una na nagtayo diyan, no, taga Amcor Technology Philippines ako, so semiconductor. So talagang taga South. So yun, so alam nyo na no, sa mga ka-HR kaya
tubong
Cavite talaga yung mga Riego de Dios. So, taga Maragondon, Cavite. Talagang Caviteño. Legit. Kaya sabi ko,
welcome to HR
malapit. Yes, 4 years in the making na talagang ayaw akong i-invite ni Neddy. Kasi kaladkari naman ako eh. So, kita nyo naman, isang invite pa lang, nandito ako kagad. Kaya, si Nedy may kasalanan. Kung gusto nyo pa akong pakinggan at hindi nyo ako nadidinig, alam na kung sino yon.
Grabe.
Anyway,
Anyway,
ano
for
so,
this afternoon, napakaganda ng topic natin.
for
So,
sure. Oo, malapit sa puso natin to, Nedy.
yes. So, ano po ba yung mga possible o pwede naming matutunan bilang isang HR practitioner? Kasi, sir, knowing me, talagang dito sa HR Calabarzon, ito yung nagbibigay sa akin ng maraming learning.
For sure. O, so, Nedy, meron kaming hinanda, no? Meron din ako mga kasama sa trabaho, sila si Marco at saka si Luis, that will be presenting. Very short lang naman. Very short, mga 3 hours yung ginawa naming deck. Kasi alam ko gustong-gusto yung matuto. Pero papasadaan natin ng mabilis na mabilis. Tapos, ang isang requirement ko lang din, Nedy, no? Kasi alam naman natin free to. So, ang masusukli nyo lang talaga sa amin ng mga kasamahan ko ay yung participation. So, dapat pag may mga pa-survey kami, Mentimeter, dapat mag-join kayo ha. Kasi minsan pag nagpapa-Mentimeter kami, lilima lang yung lilima lang yung sumasagot. No? Sana, nasagot kayo. Meron ba kayong mga load? Lahat tayo, may wifi, may load. Kasi pag mag-screen tayo, kailangan tayo mag-respond sa ating mga pa-survey. Ayan. Ayun, good, no? Ayun, very good. At saka naka-live din pala tayo sa Facebook. Sige. So, Nedy, if we're okay, can we already start by sharing our deck as well, no? We're very excited. So we actually put together a very short and sweet presentation for all of you. Give me a thumbs up sign if you're already seeing our screen. No? Thumbs up sign lang. Nakikita ba natin yung screen natin dyan? All good? Okay, okay, good naman. Okay, yes, we have thumbs up sign. So, sabi nga ni Nedy, this is a very important topic na talagang hindi mauubos yung panahon natin para sa pag-aaral, paano pa natin mapabuti. Kasi performance is a big part of our role na ginagampanan natin bilang HR, di ba? Lahat tayo nagkakaroon ng problema sa mga sa performance at syempre, isa yan sa mga inaasahan ng mga managers natin, ng mga CEOs natin, ng mga COOs natin para mapaganda lalo yung organization natin. Talagang performance, diyan talaga yung pukpukan at saka focus, no? So ako nga pala again si Eric Riego de Dios. I'm the Chief Transformation Enabler of the Riego de Dios Consulting. So we are a consulting organization that can provide a lot of real training, no? So malalim yung paghuhugutan natin ng experience, no? Sabi nga ni Nedy, 25 years and beyond, no? Ang pag-aaral natin. We actually studied in many parts of the world, including Europe, and also here in the Philippines, no? Masyado minurder ni Nedy kanina yung mga schools ko, kaya okay lang yun. Universidad Complutense de Madrid at saka Universidad Politécnica de Madrid. So anyway, I'm happy to share all of those learnings with you, and we look forward to really partnering with you. We do a lot of training, we do a lot of diagnosis, we do a lot of even compensation, benefits, org structuring, job evaluation, anything. If you need support in terms of transition process, redundancy, restructuring, we're all here to help you because our vision is really to enable and to share best practices in the Philippines and beyond. No? So we're also providing services across the globe, largely within Malaysia, Singapore, and also in Vietnam. Ayan. Okay. So let's move forward to our first slide. I'm sure very excited na. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, please be ready with your mobile phones and we will have our very first, no? Our very first Mentimeter word cloud. Okay, let's move on, Marco. So please scan the QR code so that you can participate. Kasi we wanted really to understand what are your thoughts about performance. And we can only do this if you are all with us in this exercise. Okay, Marco, let's also proceed with our Mentimeter. Okay, so please participate, everyone. No, so the more that you participate, the better, because we will have a good output. No, when it comes to all of the responses. Okay, very good. So please scan the QR code or go to www.menti.com and key in 57883546. That's 57883546. Ayan. So you can also see the QR code in the slide. Okay. All right, good. So please start going and participating. Yan. So sabi ko nga free itong ano na to, no, free itong program na to, but the only thing that would like for you to really pay us with is your attention and your participation. Ayan, wala pa yatang nag-ano. Medyo mahihain yata, Nedy, ang mga ating ano, no, Ayan yung link po sa Mentimeter. Alright, sige. So, Marco or Sebas, please key in yung link sa Mentimeter, www.menti.com. Tapos, tingnan nyo din kung yung code na ipapasok nyo ay 57883546. Ayan. Okay? Ayan. So, si Luis at si Marco, they are assisting me in the process. Ayan. So far, isa pa lang yung nagpa-participate sa atin. Very good, no? Thank you so much for everyone's helping us. We're slowly getting some input. So madami tayong kailangan ano dito, no? So you get the hang of it. Sa una muna siguro mahirapan tayo sa pag-access but we'll get the hang of it. Ayan, we're slowly getting some input. The more, the merrier, ika nga. So we are 77. So far, we only have 5 so far. Hopefully, we'll get more. Yun, very good, no? And by the way, may promise pala si Nedi. Kasi mamaya may pa-quiz tayo. Tapos yung top 3 sa quiz, ay meron daw special prize kay Nedi. Meron daw house and lot dyan sa may bandang Santa Rosa, Laguna.
Tapos sa
Ayan.
meron.
Yan. Pati may paso na rin daw yung house and lot. So ready na yun. Okay, very good, no? Very good. I really like what I'm seeing, no? So Nedi, if you can also see it, it's all about really at the heart of it all, it's progress. Pero Nedi, bakit may pangalan yung sa'yo doon? Kailangan mo daw yata ng performance improvement. May pangalan ka dito, Nedi, oh. Okay, so progress, development,
Ano sir, pag sinabing performance management, si Nedi daw yun.
ayun, ikaw daw yung hahanapin. Very good, ah. Sige. Very good. So, yan. So, may mga kailangan kayo sa performance process, yan, to study your performance management system, tawagin nyo si Nedi. At pag kailangan ng assistant si Nedi, nandito naman din po si Riego de Dios Consulting as well. So, it's all about progress, it's all about evaluation, and it's all about development. Very good. Thank you so much, no, for all of your input. This is very, 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 very a fruitful process, no? So maganda yung perspective ng mga ka-HR Calabarzon natin, Nedi, kasi they have the right concept when it comes to performance management. At totoo, when we talk about performance management, it's really all about not Nedi, but progress, no? It's all about progress, it's all about development, and it's all about performance naman talaga. We're all here as HR practitioners to drive performance in organization. Do you agree there, Nedi? For sure, no? 100% for sure. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for your participation. Madami pa tayo. We have a next slide, Marco, right, for this? Or I think we have a next survey after this. In our next survey, we'll be asking you. Okay. Go ahead, Marco. Ayan. Okay. So for our next question, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, what is your level of satisfaction with your performance management process? Sa mga organization nyo ito, no? Happy ba kayo sa current performance management process ninyo? Or you are medyo asking for a bit of improvement, a bit of development, you know? Share with us. Ko, merong dalawang hindi happy, Nedi. Grabe. One lang ang kanilang no? One. Tapos meron tayong five na six. All right, good. We have 14 so far. Okay, dalawa talaga yung hindi happy, no? Nako. Kaya siguro sila umattend dito dahil they want to have a fresh perspective when it comes to performance management. All right, good. So, pero ang maganda dito, Nedi, majority of our HR in Calabarzon are relatively on a healthy level kasi 8 yung rating nila. So kung 8 yung rating, so more or less, 'di ba? Not perfect, but it's still we believe that it's a healthy number. Pero pagbaba na diyan ng pagbandang 6, pagbalik ng 5, pagpalo lalo ng 3, ibig sabihin medyo critical na. So that's why we really need a bit of a refresh in terms of how we are managing our performance management process. So thank you so much for your participation. We have about 34 people saying that more or less, largely, no, pag in-average out natin to, lalabas tayo, papalo tayo dito ng mga bandang 6. Parang pasang-awa. Pasang-awa, pero more or less na doon pa rin tayo. And merong isa na nag-actually nagsabi na he or she is very, very happy and actually scoring a perfect 10, which is good. And maybe later on, no, we can ask as well our friend who recorded the perfect 10 score for their current management process, kung ano ba yung mga best practices nila, no? So considering that we only have a short time here, what we curated for you guys is actually give you the top 5 tips in order for us to accelerate the performance management process in our own organization. So hindi lang to, no, we're not endorsing any technology. We are really pushing for very strong performance management concepts and drivers within your own organization. Okay? Because we're already talking about performance management, we all know that performance management is very, very important. That's why we are actually putting here some of the most important items why we have to focus on performance management. And listen very carefully kasi meron tayong pa-quiz mamaya. And the top 3 winners ng quiz natin ay syempre may special prize coming from HR Calabarzon and also from Riego de Dios Consulting. So listen very carefully, also jot down notes and also be ready with your GCash number. You will share it with Riego de Dios Consulting and also with the HR Calabarzon group so that we could also send you your prices. Yan ha. So make sure that you are taking down notes because we do have a very special but very fun quiz at the end of the session. All right. So why is performance management important and why is it needed to achieve organizational success? Unang-una dyan, with performance management, there is definitely a clear expectation and goals. It is very important. Yan yung simula ng performance management process natin. Tama ba? This is actually followed by employee engagement and motivation. When you do have a very strong and good and robust performance management, yung mga empleyado natin mas na-engage and mas na-motivate knowing that when they perform, they will be rewarded as well. Ang hirap niyan kung nagpa-perform sila pero wala namang kaakibat na reward or hindi napapansin at hindi nare-recognize. That is one big problem. Also part of performance development or performance management is also skills development. Bakit? Anong kinalaman ng skills development sa performance? Kasi 'di ba alam naman natin na pag tayo ay nagkakaroon ng mga goal setting, pag tayo ay gumagawa ng planning, kasama diyan yung capability building. Syempre, if you're setting some targets to be made, some goals to be met, then you will have to enable and empower your employees to achieve those goals, 'di ba? Tama ba? And then of course, sa performance management, there is enhanced accountability. So pag sinabi natin gagawin natin, there also has to be a process where people would have to be accountable based on the commitments that they have made, no, to the organization and to their teams. Also, there is alignment with organizational strategy. Napapansin nyo ba, pag yung mga goals ninyo ay hindi aligned sa organizational strategy, hindi sila nare-recognize that they are not really directly contributing to the success of the overall organization. So it's very important that when we create goals, we should be able to align them or at least maangkala natin, makita natin ano ba yung kinalaman ng goals na to sa overall strategic goals ng kumpanya. Kung malabo yun, ibig sabihin may problema yung goal setting ninyo. Okay? So dapat malinaw yun. Alam natin kung bakit ito yung goal na assign sa atin at ito yung mga goals na ina-assign natin sa mga tao natin. Right now, ibang-iba na yung panahon. Dati, kagaya sabi ni Nedy kanina, no, kaya nga ini-endorse niya sa inyo yung finance or non-finance, di ba? At kami naman dito sa Riego Deals Consulting, that is the same way. No? We're also pushing for data-driven decision making. So, usong-uso na ngayon yung people analytics and we want each and every one of you to be enabled in terms of really analyzing data, analyzing information. May expertise namin yan sa Riego de Dios Consulting. So, we want to make sure that you're also enabled. And we can also do a similar program like this, no, in an e-learning event like this one. So for free again. So we look forward to having you when we do have that kind of a program with Nedy in the future. And of course, when you do have a good and strong performance management system, rest assured you that your top talent will be retained. Ang problema kasi, pag nakita ninyo na yung mga top talent natin, hindi na-recognize yung effort nila at and of course, kung may mga favoritism pa, pag hindi naman, pag ang nare-rewardan ay yung mga hindi naman talaga marunong, magagaling at contribute sa organization, the more that you will demotivate your top talent at iiwanan kanila. So, kung maganda yung performance management system mo, maganda din yung magiging retention process mo kasi you're able to reward those people that are really contributing to the organizational goal. Okay? So I'm sure very clear naman to this. There is nothing new about this. And shinare na nga pala namin kay Nedi yung ano no, yung deck na to. If you have not been given a deck yet, feel free to reach out to Nedi. We already gave the deck to them, and I hope that they would also be able to send you this deck for your reference. Okay? So good. Next slide, Marco. Ayan. So mahilig kami talaga sa Mentimeter, mahilig kami sa mga pa-survey kasi we believe that learning is really a two-way system, no? So in that case, so let's go again to the Mentimeter. I guess it's the same code as well. Go to www.menti.com and key in 57883546. That's 57883546. And the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, yeah, rate each reason based on its relevance on your current organization. Yan. So titingnan nyo, i-rate nyo to. Yung sa organization nyo ba, clear yung expectation and goals? Sa organization nyo ba, yung employee engagement and motivation, mataas ba? Sa sa organization nyo ba, yung skills development, mataas ba? O saan ba tayo nagkukulang? Ang maganda nito, Neddy, kasi makikita mo at a glance kung saan yung pinaka opportunity natin to also give learning, 'di ba, Neddy? So makikita mo dito, no? Hindi nakasulat yung bandang ilalim. Marco and Luis, ano yung nakasulat supposed to be dun sa ilalim ng retention of top talent? That is the overall average?
Hindi po.
Parang hindi, ano?
Wala.
Parang may mali, ano? Wala. Okay. So just ignore what is in the in the bottom kasi that is a nuance lang. Pero so far, ang nakikita natin na pinaka satisfied kayo ay yung clear expectation and goals. So hindi pa naman tapos kasi ongoing pa rin naman tayo. Tapos ang pinaka low ay yung lang no, naglalaro lang between data-driven decision making at saka retention of top talent. Yan. So ibig sabihin, Nedi, malaki pa rin yung problema natin or the biggest opportunity in Calabarzon is to retain top talent, and that is followed by data-driven decision making. Ayan. So Nedi, may idea na rin tayo kung saan tayo magfo-focus later on in the succeeding e-knowledge, no, natin. So good. So we will be sharing this as well, and of course you can also do the screen capture, no? Okay? You can do also a screen capture para kita nyo din together, no? So ngayon kanina, ang sabi natin, ang highest score natin is clear expectation and goals, pero naungusan na siya ng alignment with organizational strategy. So ibig sabihin, si mga ka-HR natin sa Calabarzon, very strong na tayo. So at 6.6 sa alignment with organizational strategy. Yan yung pinaka-strong point natin. Okay? And ang pinaka-least natin na right now is retention of top talent. So, siguro malaki yung mga attrition natin sa Calabarzon, no? So, I don't know currently kung ano yun, but definitely parang unanimous tayo. Many of you are actually saying that the retention of top talent is something that we can still improve on. Ayan. Okay, very good, no? So at least we are having a lot of insights. Even myself, I'm learning a lot from you, given all of your input. And I would like to thank you because you're very participative. No, I really like this group. It's a fun learning experience having this group as my participants. Okay. Okay, so ngayon naman mag-word cloud tayo, dire-diretso lang yan, no? What is your biggest challenge so far in terms of performance management? Same lang, so you don't have to go. So hopefully hindi kayo nag-close kasi i-repeat nyo lang naman yung So yun na lang gawin nyo, wag kayong magko-close na lang muna ng site na yon, ng page na yon kasi we will keep on updating and repeating. So tingnan natin, what is your biggest challenge so far when it comes to managing employee performance? Ayan. Sa HR Calabarzon, ano yung mga issues natin when it comes to managing employee performance? Ayan. Okay? Nako mo, mukhang ano yata to, no? Sana hindi na kayo sila umalis kanina, Marco. Sana dinire-diretso na lang natin. Okay? So mahirap mag-shifting. Pag alam natin may kasunod na dumiretso na lang tayo dun sa Mentimeter kasi nawawala yung ating mga participants eh. Okay? Ayan, so at least hopefully nagbabalik na naman sila. Okay? Pasensya na kayo ha. So next time, we will just continue with this kung dire-diretso. Okay? Sige, so hopefully mas madami pang mag-catch up. Good. Madami daw sa mga tao so far, hindi sila motivated. Okay? Hindi motivated, no motivation. Talaga, no? Talagang yan pala yung main issue natin. Madami actually, madami, no? Nedi, ikaw na naman daw. Biggest challenge daw in terms of managing employee performance. Napaka-popular mo talaga. Kahit saan na may Mentimeter, nandun ka. Ikaw na yung
Empleyado
pinaka
ko
nasa
yan.
gitna.
Empleyado ko
Empleyado.
ata yan, sir eh.
Ang dami naman nila. Ang dami nilang sumasagot ng Nedi, no? Sige, second kay Nedi is no motivation. Talaga naman, no? Nakikita din natin dyan yung compensation. Ayan, lack of engagement. Yan, totoo yan. Lack of engagement, career development. For sure, okay? Okay. To do assessment, tama naman. Lalo na pag masyadong madami pinapagawa mo sa assessment, nawawalan na sila ng parang, di ba, drive to actually finish. Kasi nakakatamad kasi parang nagiging compliance lang, no? So talagang nakita natin dyan ay lack of engagement and no motivation. Yan yung pinakamalaki nating mga issue. Talagang naunusan ka na, Nedi, hindi na ikaw yung number one. No motivation ang number one at saka lack of engagement. Pang third ka na lang. So are you still okay with third? Okay. Okay, good. Good, no? So yes. So hindi naman pala kakaiba yung ating mga issues and concerns when it comes to performance management. Talagang yung lack of engagement and non-motivation ay very common. And siguro ang tatanungin natin, how do we address yung lack of engagement and non-motivation? Siguro that's why you are all here as well and you want to really listen. And when we give you our top 5 tips, no? Makikita nyo, hindi naman yan bago Eric. Bakit mo inuulit-ulit? Tapos, pero ang tanong ko, ginagawa ba talaga natin? Ginagawa ba natin ang masinsinan? Okay? So as we move along, okay, thank you so much for your participation. Ito na yung 5 essential tips for effectively managing employee performance. Let's move on. Tip number 1. Yan, setting clear expectations and smart goals. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, hindi siya bago. Pero, are we able to really look into the goal setting process? And do we really make sure that our goals are in the SMART format? Ayan. Okay? Are we doing it correctly? Okay? Yan. So, isip-isip lang muna tayo ng konti kasi I'm sure some of us are also guilty of not necessarily being very, very strong and very setting high standards in making sure that our goals are set in the smart way. And tanong ko lang, usually pag kayo ay naka-calendar period, kailan kayo nag-start ng goal setting ninyo? Minsan matatapos na yung first quarter, hindi pa kayo tapos mag-goal setting, di ba? So unfair din yun kasi everything that has happened in the first quarter, medyo delayed na rin, di ba? Kumbaga ay recognition delayed and is recognition denied as well. All right, let's move on to the next slide because we don't have enough time. Ayan, so I don't know whether we need to deep dive into this because we all know this. We are all HR practitioners, and regardless of where we are in our journey and experience of being HR practitioners, we all know that goal setting is definitely very important, especially clear, clear clear and strong goal setting. Very important yan, Eddie. So, let's enhance performance and reduce misunderstanding, di ba? So, kung clear yung performance goals mo, it reduces misunderstanding, it enhances performance. It increases accountability kasi very clear naman that you're really asking the person to do the specific things. You also boost employee morale, especially if they are hitting their marks. And of course, it improves efficiency kasi kung very clear, definitely yung goals mo, it really avoids confusion at hindi magtuturoan kasi very clear din kung sino yung accountable. No? So, let's not deep dive into this kasi very straightforward naman. Let's move on to the next slide. Ayan. So, dahil malapit sa puso ko ang Calabarzon, hindi ko lang kayo bibigyan ng smart goals, pero bibigyan ko kayo ng smartest goals. Ayan. Okay, good. Onedi, is this the first time that you're seeing the smartest goal? Ayan, good pala, Nedi. So, since hindi first time mo, mag-recite ka daw, ano ibig sabihin ng ethical, satisfying, and team-based. Napangiti na si Nedi. Okay, sige. So, I'm sure alam na natin yung significant. No? Ito lang yung bibigyan pansin ko lang yung medyo kakaiba. Okay? Dati kasi, ang ibig sabihin ng S dyan ay specific. Tama ba? Yung iba sa inyo, yun ang pagkakaalam, no? Right? Yun ang pagkakaalam ng S. It means specific. Pero alam nyo ba na yung specific, redundant siya ng measurable eh. Kasi kung measurable yung goal mo, specific na rin siya. Kaya dapat medyo iba yung S, no? So yung S is it has to be significant. Kasi ang dami mong mga pwedeng goals, ang daming mga pwedeng KPIs, right? Dahil sa dinami-dami ng mga yon, yung mga significant goals lang at significant KPIs, yung dapat mo talagang i-lodge sa inyong goal setting. So yung mga maliliit na bagay now that would not necessarily move the needle, maybe you don't have to prioritize them. Okay? So you have to prioritize what are the significant goals. Okay? So measurable, alam na natin yan. Achievable, alam na din natin yan. Yung iba, nagkakamali din kasi sabi nila yung R daw stands for realistic. No? Eh kung achievable na, ibig sabihin realistic na. So ang gagawin na lang natin dito, R stands for relevant. Ang ibig sabihin ng relevant, dapat align talaga siya sa function mo. At saka yun talaga yung may kinalaman sa how you define success. Kasi kung mini-measure ka based on finance measure, HR ka, baka hindi ganun ka kalaki yung impact sa'yo. Pero kung mini-measure ka in terms of satisfaction, very relevant yun sa'yo. Tama ba? So yes, so it has to be relevant. And of course, time-bound, no? So I will really be focusing on ethical and satisfying and team-based, no? Kasi yan yung usually hindi natin nasasama when it comes to SMART goals, no? Sige. So when we talk about E for ethical, gone are the days na dapat by all means, by hook or by crook, gawin mo yan para lang ma-achieve yung goal. Hindi na siya uso. Right now, we are very much accountable for the things that we do, not only for the things that we do inside the organization, but also outside of the organization. Diba? There's a lot of talk about sustainability, diba? There's a lot of talk about data privacy. There's a lot of talk about being ethical in everything that you do, diba? You have to be good in terms of the environment as well. So everything would have to be done in a good way, in a very ethical way, in a very humane way. Hindi lang porket smart yung goal mo ay, you are smart in a very cruel way, di ba? You can be that, but you have to be smart in a very ethical way. So dapat malinis, wala kang natatapakan, wala kang na-violate, wala kang napopollute na environment, wala kang kinakat na trees, wala kang pinapatay na sa biosphere, no? Essentially, it's very ethical. And hindi ko lang alam yung S sa inyo kasi naka-experience na ba kayo na may mga goals kayo pero nung na-achieve ninyo parang hindi satisfied yung puso ninyo? Na-experience nyo ba yon? No? So parang, ito na ba yun? Ito na ba yung nung na-reach mo yung goal na to? Ito na ba siya? 'Di ba? So parang tinatanong mo, para kanino ka ba gumigising? Yan yung mga type na questions na nasa-satisfy ng no, ng S na to, no? So talagang kahit wala masyadong pilitan, nakaka-motivate, nakaka-engage, it's really is satisfying. At saka pag na-reach mo siya, parang sabihin mo na kahit sobrang hirap na pinagdaanan mo, sabi mo it's worth every effort, 'di ba? Because it is really satisfying. So let us find goals that are really satisfying for us and that is very fulfilling. Last but not the least, the last T is all about team-based. Ano ibig sabihin ng team-based? Ngayon, when we really do goals, it should not only be a goal that would only benefit you as a person. It has to be a goal that would benefit your team, your organization, the community, the world, the Philippines, the whole world. So essentially, titingnan mo beyond you. But definitely, the SMART goals are really smart when they impact more than one person, and especially if they impact overall humanity, no? And they're leaving a great legacy as well, no, behind you. Yan. So hopefully we'll be talking about smart, not only smart goals, but smartest goals. Okay? So check nyo lang kasi baka mamaya kasama din siya sa pa-quiz ni Neddy, and wait for the very dazzling prizes, no? That in store for you by HR Calabar Zone Group. Yan. Si Neddy magsasanla na yun ng alahas niya para lang sa prize natin mamaya. Next slide. Let's listen to this video just to emphasize the importance of SMART goals. Go ahead, Marco. No sound. Okay, go there.
True performance management is about helping employees grow and progress. When goals are prioritized and followed up on, they are a fantastic tool for helping employees improve on previous performance. All goals should align with company and team values, and keeping this in mind will help both managers and employees set the right goals. Individual goals should also align with the organization's other initiatives and priorities, as well as their department and team priorities. And of course, goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. Setting goals with others increases the chances of completing them. And though we've talked mostly about how individual goals should match team goals and objectives, never forget, it's a two-way street. And when team goals are designed to help individual members succeed, all the better.
All right, that's good. That's a good reminder. Hopefully, we are able to internalize the learning of having the smartest goal to set us up all for success. That is the very start of a very good performance management system. Setting the right goal, setting the SMART goal, not only smart, but smartest goal. Next slide, Marco. Ayan, okay. So siguro mabobore kayo when we do this, so we'll probably skip this part kasi more or less alam niyo naman, 'di ba? So you can definitely have this naman in the handouts that we have, and then try to do it on your own, no? So sige. So we'll skip this kasi alam ko very boring and very basic that for you. Now let's move on to tip number 2, providing continuous feedback. Ayan. Alam naman natin na very important ang feedback, no? So I'm sure meron kayong feedback, no? I'm sure meron kayong feedback na ginagawa. Pero ang question doon, continuous nga ba yung feedback na ginagawa nyo? Kasi syempre, importante yung feedback. And sasabihin nyo, ginagawa naman namin yan eh. But how often and how regular? At saka, when we need to provide feedback, do we provide feedback agad-agad? Or do we wait until our next formal meeting? No? Ano bang tamang answer doon? Okay? So, for bad behaviors not to fester, dapat immediate feedback yung gagawin natin doon. And we have to find time to ensure that we are also generous in giving that. No? Mind you, kasi pag feedback, hindi naman ibig sabihin ng feedback bad eh. Hindi naman lahat ng feedback negative. When you talk about feedback, it is both positive and negative. And that is also needed to be given immediately habang fresh pa, habang marirecall. Kasi kagaya nga ng ano sa psychology natin, pag pag masyadong malayo yung reaction dun sa ginawa nating behavior, hindi na-associate yung dalawa, di ba? Halimbawa, gumawa ka ng pagkakamali. Tapos, 1 week ka pa masasabihan na mali yun or 1 week ka pang mabibigyan ng kastigo, di ba? Or gumawa ka ng tama, tapos 2 weeks ka pa sasabihan o 2 weeks ka pa marirewardan. So, the closer the two things happening together, the better. Kasi mas na-associate mo yung reinforcement or yung punishment dun sa behavior. After all, we are all human beings and we are actually dictated upon by the motivations and the workings of our brain, di ba? All right, next slide please. Ayan. So mag-Mentimeter ulit tayo. On a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being the highest, rate your skills when it comes to giving feedback. Ayan. Tapos meron din tayong isang skill, no? Rate your skill in terms of receiving feedback. Makaiba yan, di ba? Magaling ka ba sa pagbigay ng feedback? Kasi tayong mga HR, dapat magaling tayo dyan, no? Pero dapat walang judgment, di ba? Tibo bang pag nabigay ka ba ng feedback, buhay pa ba yung tao o duguan? Pagbigyan mo ng feedback, buo pa ba sila o durog na yung puso nila? Okay? So, let's see. Yan naman ang gusto ko, di ba? So at least no, yung mga nag-answer sa atin ngayon, they are very confident more or less that they are at the healthy zone, di ba? Nedi pag pumalo yan ng 5, hindi na yun maganda, di ba? So ibig sabihin dito, yung comfort level ninyo. Remember, hindi lang naman to sa galing magbigay ng feedback, but your confidence in giving feedback. Kasi minsan nakaka-influence yung confidence mo eh, di ba? Magaling ka nga magsalita, pero parang kinakabahan ka lagi o parang hirap kang magsabi, di ba? Nakaka-impact yon dun sa quality of feedback that you're giving. So dapat hindi ka lang magaling mag-provide ng feedback, dapat you're also doing it with a lot of conviction and with a lot of credibility. Ayan, very good, no? So what we're seeing here is definitely yung iba medyo nagsisix, ha? So 20 yung nagre-respond sa atin so far. Okay, so hopefully meron pang iba. Mag-join naman kayo dyan kasi kung 20 lang out of 93, syempre kakaiba yan, di ba? So hindi pa siya very reflective. Alam niyo naman sa any survey, we have to get at least 30%, no? So wala pa tayong 30%. Kasi dapat tumalo siya ng bandang mga 33 to make that to make the survey reliable. So far 23 pa lang yata tayo. If Yes, 24. So hintayin natin pumalo siya ng 30 and I think that would be a good gauge for us na to that we have a reliable number, okay? 26 na. So four more, please participate so that we'll see ano yung standing ni HR Calabarzon when it comes to your confidence and ability to give feedback. Apat na lang po, bibiyahin na tayo, Neddy. Konting nudge naman sa ating mga ka-HR dyan na mag-participate tayo ng konti. Ayan, dalawa na lang. Ayan, isa na lang. Nako, isa na lang, biyahe na tayo. Sino kaya yung huling magbibigay sa atin ng score na yan, no? Alright, pero so far nakita natin may isang nagbigay sa sarili niya ng perfect 10, Eddie. No? Siya kaya din ba yung nagsabi kanina na yung performance management nila ay perfect 10 din? Baka ikaw to, Eddie, ha? Hindi ka na nagsasalita, no? Okay. Pero largely, no? So it's good that largely, Eddie, ang score natin ay 8. Doon siya pumapalo. Ibig sabihin yung mga ka-HR natin sa Calabarzon, more or less confident sila. Healthy number kasi yung 8 eh. More or less confident sila when it comes to giving feedback. All right, good. No? Gusto ko maintindihan din kung ano yung style ninyo in giving feedback. May framework ba kayong ginagamit? Kasi I would be sharing with you a framework then. But before that, let's also go to the next, no? Next Mentimeter. Marco, I think we have the next Mentimeter. Wag na tayong babalik sa slide. Yes. This time around, since nandiyan na kayo, tingnan nyo ulit yung inyong mga phones and rate yourselves in terms of ito naman, yung pag-receive naman ng feedback. Yan. Pag kayo ba ay sinasabihan, binibigyan ng feedback, paano nyo naman pinaprocess? Kayo ba ay madaling mapikon? Kayo ba ay nagdaramdam? Kayo ba ay balat sibuyas? 'Di ba? Or kayo ba ay pag positive naman yung feedback, sasabihin nyo, "Oh, hindi naman, ikaw naman, grabe ka naman." Ganun ba ang tamang response when we are receiving positive feedback? Nako, yan, nako. Pero maganda pa rin yung zoning, Neddy, kasi kita mo, between 6 and 10 lang. Walang bababa 6, which is good, no? And karamihan sa kanila, even 9, no? Pumapalo ng 9. So, in between yan, ang babagsakan yan, parang 8 pa rin eh. Pero let's wait until we reach 30 para maging valid ang ating survey, no? And Neddy, for sure, yung mga responses natin dito, we can give you the final response para may reference kayo, para data-driven din when it comes to the future e-learnings, no? At it might even shape the input in terms of your summit, di ba? Ng ating mga ka-HR sa Calabarzon ng further training in terms of giving feedback and receiving feedback. So far, we only have 22. We encourage you to participate sa 8 pa. Sino kaya yung 8 na yon? We have 89 people. Hopefully, we'll be able to get more. Okay, we have 89 people. Hopefully, 7 more will participate. I'm sure nandiyan na lang kayo. Konti na lang. Konti na lang yan. Isang pindot lang yan and then we'll be able to get na about 30. Kanina naka-30 naman tayo, so it's good, no? Okay, anyone else before we move on? Wala na. Yan naman talaga. So overall, I think we will go to about 8, mga 8.2, 8.3. Ayan, meron pa nag-participate. Very good, very good. So ngayon it's really all about 8, no? So still very good ang rating natin, Neddy. I think strong din tayo when it comes to receiving feedback, no? So but let us understand what is the framework? What is the best framework? Ayan, may pumapalo pa tayo. Meron pa tayong nag-answer na naman. Dalawa na yung naka-perfect 10 natin, which is very good. Okay, I appreciate your engagement, guys. I really appreciate it. So good yung mga numbers na mag-respond. And if you still want to participate, hindi pa naman natin kino-close. All right? Okay, good. So let's move on to our next slide because I know we are running out of time. Good, may mag 27 pa. Next slide, Neddy. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, 215 slides natin eh. Binibilisan lang natin. Okay, Marco, bilisan natin kasi, ano no? Okay. So, very important yung timely feedback, di ba? Whether that is constructive or whether that is actually something that is affirmative, di ba? So, it really strengthens employee relationship with the manager kasi doon na-build yung trust, doon nararamdaman ng mga empleyado that you care for them, di ba? So, sana tama lang yung perspective natin. And if we are receiving feedback, also wear the perspective that my manager cares for me. That's why he or she is giving me feedback so that I could perform better. No, sana ganun yung maging kind of relationship and frame of mind natin. And hopefully, kung talagang yung ano na build natin yung organization to be a feedback or a coaching organization, magiging less na yung ating anxiety, yung ating uncertainty, di ba? Tapos mas madali na tayong mag-course correct, 'di ba? Kasi mas mabilis tayo magiging agile tayo. Yung mga tao hindi balat sibuyas, they are just taking it as part of the process so that we can all grow, we can be better. Ayan, and reinforce a culture of transparency, 'di ba? So alam natin talaga na if you did something wrong, you know that you did something wrong. If you did something good, you actually know as well that you did something good, right? Next slide, Marco. We're trying to catch up on time. Ayan. Siguro wag na natin tong ano, no? It's just a question. So sagutin nyo lang sa isip nyo. What is the difference between positive reinforcement and corrective feedback? Ayan. Positive reinforcement and corrective feedback. Ayan. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-difficult because the answer to that would be the next slide. Next slide, Marco. Ayan. So if you can read, the difference is yung positive reinforcement is reinforcing na, hey, Neddy, the way you presented earlier was a very strong presentation. You have all of the data. You presented very confidently, very strong. There is no hesitation. Your voice is loud and clear. And that's why we saw that there's a lot of credibility and you win the trust of our stakeholders. So congratulations. That is a positive reinforcement, no? When you are telling something that the person is good at, no? Pag corrective feedback naman, Neddy, when you delivered the training earlier on, we saw that the numbers are not very accurate. That's why some of our stakeholders actually question some of the numbers, right? So having said that, it actually gives a lot of confusion, and with that, it sorts of dilutes our credibility as a strong partner to the business. Next time, I would suggest that we actually review all of the data before presenting it to our big stakeholders so that we are able to preserve our integrity as HR practitioners. O, di ba? So, corrective feedback naman siya. Okay? And, ang makikita nyo doon, very specific. Hindi ko naman sinabi na, ano, no, hindi ko sinabi, bobo ka, Neddy, hindi ka magaling, o bopal ka pag mag-present. Hindi ganun. Walang name calling, walang judgment. You are actually very specific on what would be the particular areas for development. In the similar fashion na sinabi ko din naman kung saan siya magaling kanina, di ba? Tama yung data mo, very authoritative yung iyong presentation, di ba? Very credible, very strong voice, di ba? Good diction. So, dun din makikita. Kasi dun makikita na walang judgment. It's all about what you can actually observe. And that is a good way for us to actually provide feedback. As you will see later on, because I'll be sharing with you what is my favorite framework when it comes to feedback giving. Next slide, Marco. Ayan. So, my favorite framework when it comes to feedback giving is SBI. So, siguro nakita niyo yung example kanina, I always provide the situation and the context. So it's very important for your employees to understand what is the situation and what is the context. So they exactly know where you are coming from. Hindi sila manghuhula kung kailan ba nangyari, what was the situation, what was the specific context, and who are the people during that time. So alam nila specifically. So in that case, hindi din sila pwedeng mag-deny kasi you are actually putting it in a very real and concrete situation. That's why S stands for situation. B stands for behavior. Behavior is important because ito lang yung mga observe mo. So again, walang name calling, walang labeling, walang mga judgment, di ba? So kung ano yung nakikita mo, kung ano yung nadidinig mo, yun lang yung pwede mong sabihin. Hindi ka pwedeng bigay ng interpretation mo, di ba? So halimbawa, nanginginig yung boses habang nagpe-present. Pwede mong sabihin, pag pag ginawa mo na may judgment or pag in-interpret mo na, ang sasabihin mo, kinakabahan ka kanina. Di ba? So pwedeng ganun kagad sabihin mo. Pero dito sa SBI, ang sinasabi lang sa iyo, ang pwede mo lang sabihin ay yung naobserbahan mo, which is, Nedi, nanginginig yung boses mo kanina. Di ba? Yun kasi naobserbahan mo at hindi ka nag-judgment, nagawa ng judgment na kinakabahan siya. Malay mo talagang nanginginig lang siya dahil giniginaw pala siya at hindi siya kinakabahan. So pwedeng ganun, di ba? So please don't put judgment. Don't put certain interpretation. Kasi pag nag-interpret ka na, magiging defensive na yung stand ng iyong binibigyan ng feedback, di ba? At saka sa isip din ng tao, itataas na yung wall niya, talagang grabe naman tong mag-judge, di ba? So may wall kagad. So hindi na maganda yung magiging pakikitungo mo sa kanya at saka baka hindi na din siya maging receptive sa'yo when you provide him or her feedback. Yan. So dapat behavior without judgment or without interpretation. And of course, you also provide impact, no? Ano yung nangyari sa'yo? So, Nedi, dahil nanginginig yung boses mo kanina, ang tingin tuloy ng mga tao, tingin tuloy ng mga boss natin ay hindi tayo prepared dun sa ating presentation. So, masama yung dating sa atin noon bilang HR kasi akala nila we are not taking the presentation seriously. Okay? Ayan. Okay. All right. Good, no? Next slide. So let's listen to this video, no, just to enforce yung SBI. Very good to, and you can actually get this from YouTube as well. It's a free video. Go ahead, Marco.
Receiving feedback. Do. Ask for feedback about specific events or actions and the impact your behavior had on the person's ability to do the work well. Focus on hearing and understanding the feedback. Express appreciation for the information. Give yourself time to process what you have heard and decide what to do. Don't try to explain what you were trying to do or why. Minimize or dismiss what you have heard. Discount or deflect unexpected or uninvited feedback about your positive impact on someone. Get angry or withdraw in the face of unexpected or uninvited feedback about your negative impact on someone. To encourage people you work with to give helpful feedback, make sure you give SBI feedback frequently and ask for it from time to time. You can pass out a simple SBI form during meetings, for example, and ask that people fill it out. Take the time to fill out SBI forms for others. Using the form may be helpful in getting your team used to giving feedback in this way. After a short time of using the form, you may find that you can easily give SBI and don't need the form to help convey your feedback. When you review other people's SBI forms together, look for patterns and decide what adjustments in your practice might contribute to the work going well. Learn more about situation behavior impact and other tools for results-based leadership at
Thank you so much. No, very rich talaga yung SBI. That's why SBI is my most favorite framework when giving feedback. And you can definitely ask me, probably offline if you want to have some mentoring on how to actually do and conduct effective feedback giving or effective feedback receiving. All right, next slide, Marco. I know we're running out of time. So number 3 na tayo. Okay, essentially fostering employee development through coaching and mentoring. 'Di ba? So hindi natin pwedeng maalis ang coaching and mentoring when it comes to performance development. When we always talk about performance management, dapat nandiyan lagi kaakibat yung coaching and mentoring kasi how can we push performance and if we do not know how to coach and to mentor our people? Tama ba? So yes, it's really is very important for us to really focus on developing our own coaching and mentoring. If you are in HR and if you are a leader, you have to have a relatively more developed coaching and mentoring skills compared to other people. Next slide, please. Okay. All right, no? So, ano naman yung ibig sabihin? So, we'll not go deep dive kasi may separate coaching and mentoring tayo. And for sure, we're happy to also provide this program to you if you need it or if you need some to coordinate with Nedi in terms of a free program that we can actually focus. But we'll just give you mga konting patikim, konting pasilip kasi malalim talaga yung programa ng coaching and mentoring, no? So, coaching, we can use it for skills development and sabi nga natin, performance improvement and of course, enforcing accountability. And for mentoring naman, it's a career growth, di ba? How do we mentor? We're knowledge sharing and also focusing on the personal development of the person, even professional development of the person. Next slide, please. Yan. So ito naman yung pinaka-favorite kong model when it comes to coaching because it is very simple and very very universal, 'di ba? So una-una titingnan mo muna ito yung grow model. You start with the goal. Ano ba yung goal natin? Ano ba yung reality currently? Ano ba yung options? Ano ba yung will or way forward? So magbigay tayo ng example, no? Paano ba natin magko-coach in a real world scenario? Sabihin na lang natin pinaka-common yung laging nalilate yung tao, no? So wala kasi tayong time to do a coaching example. So sabihin na lang natin for example, no, yung tao mo laging nalilate. So tatanungin mo sa kanya. So halimbawa si Nedy, pasensya ka na Nedy, ikaw yung lagi kong example dahil wala naman akong ibang kilala dito. So example si Nedy laging late siya, no? So tatanungin mo siya, no, Nedy, may I know what is our goal in terms of our attendance? Siyempre, sasagot si Nedy na minimal absences and minimal tardiness, diba? So, sasabihin mo, so, what is the reality right now, Nedy? No, sasabihin naman ni Nedy, no, oh yes, I realize that I've been late for most of the time recently. Okay. So, hindi naman tayo mag-ask kung bakit, pero we will try to really ask Nedy now, what could be the potential options or solutions that she could probably look into. No, so Nedy, what could be the potential solutions that you have in mind so that next time around you will not be late, 'di ba? So and siya magpo-provide na siya. Wake up early, set up alarm, not eat in not at home or just take baon, whatever, 'di ba? And then so out of all of those options, Nedy, what will be your main solution moving forward? And then she will say, I think, it's just a matter of me really sleeping early and waking up early as well so that I won't be late. Yan. So, pwedeng ganon, no? That's the way forward. And that's her commitment as well. So, if you if you listen to me, the way that coaching goes is you really just ask questions, di ba? Yun lang yung ginawa ko eh. Nedi, what is our goal? Nedi, what is the current reality? No? Siya ang nagsusupply ng answer. Hindi mo na kailangan sabihin, late ka lagi. Anong kailangan mong gawin, di ba? So, options, siya din nag-supply ng options and siya din ang nag-supply ng final commitment. So, coaching is really unleashing the potential and the solution coming from the person, him or herself. Yan. So, yan talaga yung coaching. And very effective yung coaching kasi nanggagaling sa tao yung solusyon. Hindi mo fino-force sa kanya na ito yung dapat mong gawin. Siya na mismo yung nagkasabi. And when people provide that solution, the person becomes more committed and more accountable kasi nanggaling nga sa kanila. Hindi ikaw yung nagsabi sa kanila. Alright? Okay, let's move on. Next slide, please. Ayan. So, meron lang tayong coaching dito, no? Let's listen how this goes. Example ito ng coaching, no? Tingnan nyo kung tama o hindi.
Hi, Mary. Can I talk to you for a minute?
I really hate those customers.
Sounds like you had a bad day. Do you want to share it with me?
Some customers are really unreasonable. There's this customer who shouted at me, but it wasn't my fault. The kitchen was too busy.
I see. That must have made you angry and hurt.
I was so angry, I just ignored him.
What happened after that, Mary?
He yelled at me, and he said a complaint to management about me. What should I do?
So you felt hurt when the customer yelled at you, although it's not your fault. Now, what could you have done differently in that situation?
I was so angry, I just walked away.
How did that work out for you?
That made him even angrier. Serves him right.
Seems you have got your revenge, but how was the whole outcome for you?
We both ended up unhappy.
Okay, so what could you have done differently? Okay, let's break it down. Now, firstly, what do you think you would do if we have a full house and a customer comes along complaining about a long waiting time?
Well, I suppose I could have forewarned the customers at my table and also maybe provide them with drinks to chill them down. And I guess I can control my emotions and try to be more patient.
Great, Mary. You've worked out 2 steps for the future. Let me just tell you one more step. Right? All you have to do is to explain the situation of the kitchen and assure your customers that you will check on their orders and give them an estimated time. So how does this idea sound?
Sounds good. So I will control my emotions, explain the reasons for the delay, and also check with the kitchen.
Great, Mary. Cheer up. We are expecting full house today. Hope you can commit to the 3 steps.
All right. Okay. So, if you're listening very closely, if I were to ask you na maganda ba yung coaching session na yon, ang answer really is yes, it's good, but it is not perfect. Kasi kung titingnan mo sa bandang huli, talagang nag-advise na nag-advise na yung supposed to be coach, no? Hindi na siya coaching when you actually provide the information and you don't ask the person to give that solution. So hindi nanggaling kay Mary, that's why yun ang medyo sablay dun sa proseso. All right? Okay, so it's almost perfect, no? So let's move on to mentoring, no? Eric, ano naman kaiba ng mentoring sa coaching? Kasi minsan na-interchange natin yung coaching and mentoring, and as leaders, dapat siguro alam natin kung ano talaga yung mentoring and coaching. Yung mentoring, yun yung siguro yung sports coaching na alam natin na tayo nagtuturo, tayo nagda-download, tayo nagbibigay ng advice, tayo nag-share ng ating experiences. That is mentoring, hindi siya coaching, no? Remember, ha? So, konting fine-tuning in terms of how we define coaching and mentoring, especially based on International Coaching Federation definition. So, pag mentoring, siya talaga yung sharing of your information, downloading of experiences, yan. So, lahat yan, mentoring. Talagang nagbibigay ka ng advice, no? And you use the following, no? If you are a mentor, you use the following power tools, no? So, you establish power relationship while you build trust, and then power goals. So, dapat lahat talaga may goal, whether that's mentoring or coaching, dapat nakatuon tayo lahat sa goal. Power reflection is all about reflecting about the success and weaknesses and the learnings that you have actually built throughout the year and pass it down to your mentee. So, power stories is the power of storytelling. So, sharing actual experiences na nangyari sa'yo that would bring all of the skills to life, di ba? From your mentee's perspective. And then, of course, you can also ask your mentee to also join you when he or she wants to see you in action. Kasi parang yun ang power modeling. Makikita niya talaga how you're doing things, what is the right way to do things. Yan, power modeling. Yung power framing, maganda siya. Kasi minsan na-frustrate, minsan nadadown yung mga mentee mo. Tapos ikaw, kailangan mong to provide the right framing or perspective sa kanila para makita nila na, hey, go back to your goal, pursue your goal. It's just a matter of really recalibrating, ayan, and then being very, very resilient. And then power network. Yung power network, very important to kasi as a mentor, you don't have just the responsibility to actually teach and cascade whatever you know, but also share potential connections and other potential mentors, no? Sabihin mo sa kanya, Nedi, may mga kilala ko na magaling din sa ganitong larangan, baka gusto mo introduce kita para ma-mentoran ka rin nila, no? So it's all about really pulling that person to be connected with other experts so that that person will also build that kind of expertise na hinahanap niya. All right? Okay, so let's move on kasi we only have about 10 minutes to go and probably Marco will skip this but we'll probably give the URL to them so that they could just listen to it listen to it, no? So we're at number 4, recognizing and rewarding high performance, 'di ba? Kailan nagkakamali tayo pag hindi natin talaga binibigyan ng rightful reward or in reverse, rightful punishment pagka nagkakaroon ng mga pagkakamali yung tao. So that's why we have to be very mindful of actually giving the right rewards or the right recognition to our people. Next slide, please. There are 3 types of recognition, no? So among them, no, I'm sure baka may makaisip pa kayo ng ibang types, pero ito yung 3 major types of recognition. Unang-una yung alam natin na monetary, yung mga bonus, profit sharing, gift cards, vouchers, whatever, yung mga bibigay sa inyo ni Nedi pag nag-top kayo sa quiz mamaya, di ba? So yan yon, part of monetary recognition. Meron naman verbal recognition. Good job, Nedi. We're very proud of you. You really made HR very prominent and you are raising the flag of HR. We're really proud of you and we're very, very indebted to you. Yan, verbal recognition yan. And then number 3, opportunities recognition. Yung ba yung, we will send you to abroad and to learn more. And then we will actually give you very special projects because we know that we can trust you and you can learn along those ways. So yan yung mga 3 types of recognition. Monetary, verbal, and also opportunities recognition. All right? Take note kasi baka kasama siya sa quiz later on. Next slide. Ayan. So, sige, let's see. Kasi interesting to eh. I know we're running out of time, but I think we can still see this kasi importante. Gusto lang din natin malaman na sa HR Calabar Zone ba, ano yung mas nagagamit natin? Mas nagagamit ba natin yung monetary as part of recognition? O mas nagagamit natin verbal? O mas nagagamit ba natin yung opportunities recognition? Yan, yung opportunities recognition, yung giving special projects, sending them to to a different location or assignments, secondment, yan. Let's participate, no? Isa pa lang, okay. Yung monetary medyo nahuhuli talaga, Nedi, no? Pero babawi si Nedi dyan mamaya sa special prize natin sa quiz, no? Ibahin nyo kami sa HR Calabar Zone, no? Okay, good. Verbal talaga kasi walang investment pag verbal, laway lang talaga, Nedi. No, pero don't underestimate the power, no? Don't underestimate the power of verbal recognition kasi minsan yan ang kulang eh. Nakagawa ka na nga ng mabuti kahit konting praise hindi pa binibigay, di ba? Yan na nga, wala na siyang gastos. Laway na nga lang, hindi pa natin nabibigay ng maayos. So I think it's a great way for us to really leverage the verbal recognition kasi it's also immediate. There's no need for additional investment, no? Yeah, talaga nahuli yung monetary recognition, ha. Very this is very surprising. Pero nauuna pa rin yung opportunity recognition. Wow. So even better than monetary recognition, yung opportunities, ibig sabihin napapadala sa iba't ibang projects, nabibigyan ng special attention, special projects. Oh? Wow, okay. Maganda ding tingnan na ito pala yung estado ng HR Calabar Zone. So it's a good insight din, Nedi, no? So I think, we can provide you all of these information that we are actually mining because of this session. Very good. So nice. Oh. Pero talaga nangunguna pa rin talaga yung verbal, followed by opportunities recognition, and last but not least, monetary recognition. Tagang ang sisikip ng mga pitaka talaga ng ating mga organizations. Alright? Good, no? Okay, Marco, meron pa ba tayo or we'll move on to the slide? Slide na ba tayo? Okay, let's move on para we wrap this up, no? Because it's already 3:24 in my bibilis na lang natin. Move on. All right, last na to, no? Having regular career or development discussion. Yan. Very important at madami sa atin ang nagkakaroon ng hindi nagiging tapat dito sa item na to. Siguro meron kayo no on a yearly basis, 'di ba? Yung iba din maybe on a semi-annual, 'di ba? Pero hindi talaga natin nabibigyan ng sapat na panahon either through the frequency or the depth, 'di ba? Parang hinahapyawan lang, 'di ba? So let's see whether we are not sinning in this regard from an HR practice. Let's move on to the next slide. I'm sure we all know the importance of this, di ba? So when we do career discussions, we align goals, no? So tama-tama. Goals and personal goals, no? Gusto kong maging ma-promote in the next 3 years, no? Or in the next 2 years, no? So how do we help our employees do that? Do we also provide them the right tools, di ba? do do you think you have a good relationship that such that your direct report can trust you with his dreams and aspirations? Yan. Or are you able to be transparent na pwede nyo sabihin, Nedi, for you to be promoted, alam mo naman na ito yung mga kailangan mong gawin. At saka dapat you have to hit a certain level of performance rating, no? So, and then you have to have a good mentor as well that can speak on your behalf, no? Especially when we are deliberating, no? During talent reviews and assessment, right? And when you actually do career discussions, in a way you are retaining the talent because you're showing that you really care and you're investing a lot of time and effort in the development of the person, and that is something that would go a long way from your employee, that your employee will see that you really care beyond just work, diba? So do you really care for their well-being, for their future? Okay, next slide. Yes, no? So, we have to tailor fit yung opportunities then for individual needs and interests. Alam niyo ba, yung one of the buzzwords ngayon in the future of work is really all about personalization. Ano ibig sabihin personalization? So, there is no one size that fits all. Lahat yan dapat i-tailor fit mo sa bawat isa, especially sa top talent. Okay? So dapat mas mararamdaman nila there that you're tailor-fitting development efforts and initiatives based on their actual needs, no? Hindi pwede, okay, lahat kayo mag-undergo ng communication training o lahat kayo mag-undergo ng project management. Nothing wrong about that, especially kung kailangan talaga yung mga trainings na ganun. Pero pag nakita nyo, yung tao na to would probably, and especially kung top talent siya, kung nakita nyo that he or she would need or would benefit from a very specific or niche program, are we actually doing that? Diba? Is it easy for us to actually send the person, even if that is outside of the normal curriculum or normal syllabus of your company? Yan ang question sa inyo. So if it's a top talent, there has to be a certain intervention. Sabi nga natin, it doesn't necessarily have to be a training kasi alam naman natin na development is about 70-20-10, di ba? Alam natin yan, if you are actually an HR practitioner, 10% ang talaga yung nade-develop from actual learning programs, di ba? Yung 20% is from peer learning, from coaching, from mentoring, and the 70 is actually based on experience. So maybe you can create, I don't know, a certain project that would really benefit the person from a development perspective. Yan. Be very creative and really tailor fit the intervention based on the person. Okay, next slide. Ayan, siguro magandang alamin natin to. How often do you have a career discussion in your organization? Yan. Yung formal lang. Kasi minsan as a leader, you can do it, base sa'yo, which is good, di ba? Pero formally, in your organization, what is the institutionalized frequency of doing career discussions? Yan. Once a year lang ba? Twice a year? Quarterly? O more than 4 times. Ayan. So magkakaalaman tayo. Very good, no? Kakahanga-hanga yung quarterly ay 6. So let's see whether we'll have more participants. Ilan ba kayo dyan? Tingnan lang natin. Let's do this, no? So let's have more. Important to, no? If you're very interested, please, please participate kasi it will give us a good insight as well na ito pala ang behavior ng mga organizations sa Calabarzon, no? No? So invested pala talaga sila, di ba? They do it even on a quarterly basis. Very good, no? Kahanga-hanga. So let's see whether this will continue. Wow! Merong isa. Nedi, talagang bilib na ako dito sa isa na to, no? Perfect 10 from the start up to now, no? Laging more than 4 times. Laging, ano, no? Salute, ano to? Valedictorian natin to. Sana makilala natin kung sino man to, no? So very good, no? So hopefully you'll be able to share your best practices as well. That's very good. So Nedi, even if we do have 9 for quarterly, we're also seeing that madami din talagang once a year pa lang. So medyo ano no, medyo that's something that we have to look into kasi I firmly believe that once a year of development or career discussion is definitely not enough. Alam naman natin kung gaano kabilis nangyayari yung mga changes in our environment. Alam natin kung gaano ka stiff ang competition. And it's a sin for us to neglect our people and not have career conversations with them. Diba? So, so hopefully we'll see this moving to more than once a year. Pero unfortunately, madami pa rin talaga yung once a year lang. So, the more frequent it is, siguro ang healthy na dyan yung quarterly kasi konti lang naman talaga yung movement. It's not every month that you undergo training. It's not every month that you see the development and coaching and mentoring, no? Pero definitely, there has to be a lot more attention than just once a year. Okay? Okay, so siguro 25 is a good number for us. We are currently at 88 active participants or listeners so far. Thank you again for all of your participation. Very informative and detailed information ito. All right, next slide, Marco. Malapit na ba tayong mag-quiz just to wrap things up for us? No, Oh, yun. Okay, ito na. Ang pinakahihintay ninyo. Yan, magkuquiz na tayo at Nedi, no? Be ready for the top 3 kasi we will be recognizing our top 3. Fun lang to, ha? Don't worry, guys. Hindi siya mahirap. So, pabilisan at saka patama. Dapat unang-una muna tama yung answer at dapat mabilis ang pag-answer. Okay? So, Marco, let's actually share our QR code. Nedi, ano ba yung pwede nating mabigay dyan on behalf of HR Calabarzon? Anong naghihintay sa ating mga winners, sa mga top 3 scorers natin? Nakamute, hindi daw siya makapagsalita, mga kababayan. Mga ka-HR.
Kayang-kaya na ni Sir Eric yan.
Nag-guess na nga ako. Si Nedi talaga. Nako, dapat may plenary talk ako sa sa summit mo. Yan na lang. Ex-deal natin. Okay, sige. Alright, please give us the QR code, Marco. Meron bang QR code dyan? Let's, so that they can for the exciting prizes. Sige. Wala bang QR code to, Marco? Nako, ayaw nating mapahiya. Ayan. Okay, good, no? More participation. Wag lang 25, guys. 88 tayong nandito, no? Sana maka 50 man lang tayo dahil sayang naman yung hinanda sa inyong paso ni Nedi. Okay. Nedi, baka may pwedeng pwedeng free summit entry. Sa top prize naman, Nedi. Sige na, isa lang.
Kaya yun,
isa lang naman.
Hindi kaya.
Ha? Kaya yan. Grabe, HR Calabarzon, hindi kaya yung top prize dito. Grabe naman. Top 1, sige. Huwag kayong mag-alala, makukonvince natin si Nedi yan. Free! HR Calabarzon Summit Entry. Wow, ha? With sumptuous buffet lunch, di ba, Nedi? And sumptuous AM and PM snack. Ayan, di ba? And free giveaways. Ayan, 48. Lalarga tayo pag naka-50 na tayo. Okay? Konti na lang, guys. Ayun, naka-50 na. Let's go, Marco. Ano lang to? 6 questions. Let's do this. Sana, Christmas na. Which of the following is not a key benefit of setting clear expectations in performance management? Ayan. Not, ha? Remember, not a key benefit. Alright, reducing turnover. Okay, syempre, hindi immediately, di ba? It's not immediate. Wow, no? Si Alice Go talaga, no? Kahit dito sa quiz natin, no? Nagna-number 1. Tama yung sabi sa kanya, genius talaga si Alice Go. Alright, second. Tingnan natin kung mauunahan si Alice Go. Which component is not part of the smartest goal setting framework? Yan. Yan, satisfying ba yan? Timeless? Significant? Ethic? Ano ba yan? Ako sana hindi kayo no? Yep, okay. And the answer is B. Nako, kayo talaga. Nakalimutan nyo kagad ang ating smartest goal. Nako, ayan, mukhang nagkamali na si Alice Go. At naunahan na siya ni Avril Marie. Nako, ayan, si Jess yata ang number 1 ngayon. Nako, ready ka na, Jess, no? Kung makaka-receive ka ng your free access to HR Calabarzon Summit. What is the primary distinction between coaching and mentoring in the context of employee development? Nako, medyo tricky yan. Magbasa ng mabuti, ha? Okay, magbasa ng mabuti. Tricky. Okay, sabi na sa inyo, tricky. Coach focuses on performance improvement, mentoring focuses on, nako, hindi na natin nakita. Kaya siguro nagkamali dahil hindi ka siya. Nako, Marco, may kasalanan ka sila. Tingnan natin. Oops! Si Imelda Pawas. Let's see. Enough ba yan? Nako, na-overtake talaga ni Imelda Pawas. Okay. Very good, no? So, hindi natin alam kung sino talagang mananalo so far. Dahil nag-iikot-ikot ang leadership board natin. Very good. Which of the following is an example of constructive feedback? Ayan. Nako, madali lang to kung nababasahin mabuti. Very good. So, tama kayo nag-answer. Alright, let's see. Wow! Si Ivan yata ang fastest. Uy, grabe. Sa ganun, baliktad na si Judy, Shakira, and Imelda, number 3. Nako, let's see. Second to the last question. Let's see. Konti na lang. What is the main reason timely feedback is critical in performance management? Yan. Okay. Yes, and the answer there is, nako, madali lang yan, ha, kung titingnan nyo mabuti. It's C, of course. Nako. Bago na kaya ang ating leader? Tingnan natin. Nako, si Shakira mukhang magna number 1 ngayon. Tama, si Shakira na nga, followed by Jess, and third is PPM. Ito na, this is the last. Dito na tayo magkakaalaman kung sino ang ating top 3 winners. Which of the following best defines power reflection? Ayan, ako sa mentoring to, ha? Ano ba ang power reflection? Ayan, ako. Sana nakinig kayo kanina. Nasabi ko to eh. No? Oops. Yes, it's B. Alright, ito na to. Sino kayang panalo? Nako, mukhang si Avril Marie. Followed by Imelda. Nako, wow! Si Shakira, followed by Imelda Pawas and Jess. Alright, palakpakan naman natin si Shakira. Shakira, could you unmute yourself? And also, please, take down notes. No? Imelda is second, Imelda Pawas, and Jess is the third one. Okay, please, send us a private message to Marco or to Luis so that we could get your names and also your phone number. Ayan, sige. Sorry, sino ba si Shakira? Shakira, us your face naman and also be acknowledged with our congratulations as well. Shakira, would you raise your hand? Where are you, Shakira? We'd like to congratulate you. Ayan, Shakira, please, no? Pwede ka bang mag-unmute? Ayan.
Hello po.
Hi, Shakira, congratulations. Very stiff yung competition, but you made it through, ha? You pulled it off. What is the secret, Shakira? What is the secret?
Nakikinig lang po at nagte-take notes.
Ayun, very good. Talagang may nagpe-pay off, no, pag nakikinig at nag-take note. Very good. All right, thank you so much. No, please reach out to Marco or to Luis and send us your details so that we can coordinate with you para matransfer sa'yo yung title na lupa ni Nedi na pinangako. Ayan, all right. So at this point in time, please also, if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself or also put your questions on the chat box as well, and we'll be happy to answer them. And if you do have some requirements from a consulting perspective in HR, in organization, also in finance, and any learning intervention, even on team building activities, we are more than happy to really help you out. Ang vision talaga ni Riego de Dios Consulting is to really make sure that we uplift the HR practice in the Philippines and beyond. And also, don't want that that the best HR practices are only monopolized by the big HR groups and also by the big conglomerates. No, so we want to make sure that even small and medium scale enterprises would benefit from HR best practices. And if you're that organization, feel free to reach out to us so that we can collaborate and partner together. All right. So if you don't have questions, let me turn it over to your dear friend Nedi. Na pag tinanong anong kailangan performance improvement challenge, ang naka-answer ay Nedi. All right. Go ahead, Nedi.
Actually, sir, na-stress din ako doon eh. Dalawang
Ganun ka ka-popular, di ba? Kasi you are the mother of the HR Calabar Zone group. That's why.
Anyway,
Magtaka ka kung hindi ka kilala, di ba? Mas malaking problema yon.
pero anyway, sir, syempre po maraming salamat in behalf of the Board of HR Calabarzon. At sa ating participant na kanina po ay naka-reach tayo ng 92 while on the Facebook Live. Ano po tayo? Tama ba ako ng bilang po kanina? We have 15 participant watching. At syempre po, knowing mga ka-HR natin, dahil syempre maulan, sir, meron pang mga susunod na manonood niyan. At parang magre-replay. Pero this afternoon, we have one question here.
Team replay pala no? Sige, good.
Yes, sir. Team replay po ang HR Calabarzon. Sir, aside from financial, monetary, and career opportunity, is there any other reward that you can suggest to reward performing employees?
'Di ba? Ito yung di ba? Ito yung sabi natin tatlo. And sabi ko naman sa inyo, definitely there might be more than three. So ulitin natin just for for recap, no? First is verbal kasi madaling-madali 'yun, 'di ba? Sabi mo lang, "Neddy, good job. You really made us proud." Pangalawa is, of course, "Neddy, because of your great performance, may bonus kang ganyan." So monetary, 'di ba? And then pangatlo, opportunities, 'di ba? Ano ba yung mga opportunities? Madami to madaming definition ng opportunities. Pwede siya sa new training, ikaw yung unang sasabak sa new training natin o ikaw lang i-assign. Pwede ikaw lang ipadala sa London, 'di ba? Social, 'di ba? London or the US, 'di ba? So yun naman opportunities, no? Tapos ang maganda dito kasi of course madami. I'm sure madami yan. Pero ang ginagawa namin, Nedi, dito, and also to HR Gem, yan, si HR Gem. Si HR Gem, kung nakikinig ka man, kung sino ka man, kasi HR Gem, eh. So HR Gem, ang ginagawa natin dito ni Riego de Dios Consulting is what we do is we also have a Fit for You card. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Neddy. Yung Fit for You card, sa umpisa pa lang ng onboarding ng isang tao, nilalagay naman doon is, how would you like to be recognized? Kasi pwedeng sabihin doon ng employee, I would like to be recognized verbally, or I would like to also be recognized by promotion. I would like to be recognized by monetary terms or financial terms. I would like to be recognized by getting special benefits. No, I would like to be recognized by being sent to training. So doon pa lang makikita mo na kung ano talaga yung mag-work well. Kasi sabi nga natin, the future of work is all about hyper-personalization. There is no one program that would benefit all. Dapat talaga very specific na and based on the particular requirements and needs of the person. So doon ka magkakaroon ng very special engagement for them, no? If you know your people very intimately. Ayan.
Sabi niya po, thanks. That seems personalized reward system po. Good to know that you. Thank you, Sir Eric.
Okay, thank you din. No? HR Gem.
We have another question here, sir.
Ganun ba? Okay, sige, sure.
We have only 3 yan. Pero sabi nga ni sir, we are very open sa mga gustong mag-ask ng question. Please
yes.
do hand and we will call you to unmute para po maitanong niyo po diretso sa ating
Yes, for sure. Oo. Sayang naman yung mga gandang boses ninyo.
what strategies do you recommend for setting clear performance goals that resonate with employees and align with organizational objectives?
Ang ganda, maganda yung ano niyan, maganda yung balanse, no? So unang-una muna, kailangan very clear din kung ano ba yung overall goal ng organization. Kung hindi clear yung overall goal ng organization, hindi rin natin mata-transfer or ma-personalize o hindi natin siya mata-translate into a more operational goal setting. So how do we do that? Kasi 'di ba, alam naman ng bawat empleyado kung ano talaga yung core ng work nila. Tama ba, 'di ba? Kasi may job description man sila, no? So hanapin ninyo yung pinakamalapit na magagawa ng empleyado based on the job description that is aligned with the organizational goal, no? So maganda na makikita nila na kung ano man yung ginagawa nila on a daily basis, whether that is in terms of quality na dapat not more than 2 errors ang gawin mo per month, 'di ba? So that is something that they can easily relate to. O kaya you have to hit this kind of volume per month, no? Instead of 1,500, dapat 1,600. So it's very clear na talagang relatable na talagang ginagawa nila. At ang maganda dyan is also explaining kasi lahat naman talaga ng trabaho ng isang empleyado na may job description sa isang kumpanya ay ginagawa para naman sa ikauunlad at ikaka-progreso ng organization. Ang importante doon, which is oftentimes ang not ang pagkakamali, but pagkukulang ng mga managers at ang HR ay hindi nila nakikita yung alignment, no? It's really now up to us to make sure that that alignment is clear between what we're doing, no matter how small, to the overall goal of the organization. So the question there is, it's not necessarily ano ba yung mag-hit ng sweet spot. Ang question doon is, are we as HR or managers and able to really see the alignment and make sense of that alignment together? So doon siguro nagkakatalo, Neddy.
Okay. I hope nasagot po yung tanong nyo sa ating participant. We have last questions, sir, dito.
Sure, kahit hindi pa last, go lang.
Pwede pa daw po, kaya pwede po tayo mag-raise ng hand natin. Can you please share some effective feedback techniques that can help improve employee performance and motivation?
Ayun. Alam mo, hindi na ako, hindi na ako lalayo pa sa binigay ko sa inyo. Talagang yung best na feedback technique na talaga mabibigay ko sa inyo na time-tested ko na for 25 years and more, no? For 25 years and more is yung SBI talaga. Nothing beats SBI because yun talaga is alam ng tao na ano yung ginawa niya na hindi base sa judgment ng manager o ni HR but base sa talagang nakita. Kasi doon talaga hindi mapapahiya yung empleyado kasi alam niya na hindi pinepersonal. Kasi ang napo-point out lang doon yung ginawa niya na naobserbahan. So you don't need to interpret, you don't need to also sugarcoat kung ano lang talaga yung nakita, 'di ba? Kung ano yung nakita, yun yung personal at wala hindi ma-personal. So may maganda akong exercise dito, no? So if you are seeing me, I'm sure clear naman ako, na ba? Clear naman yung video ko. So may konti tayong pa-exercise dito, Neddy, no? So just to give you the point para talagang mas maintindihan ninyo. Sabihin nyo sa akin kung ano yung ginagawa ko. No? May video naman, nakita naman ako. No? So sabihin nyo immediately, chat nyo kagad anong ginagawa ko. So lalayo ko ng konti para kita nyo ako. 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Ayun. So may mga nag-answer. Swimming, swimming. Yun, ang dami. So yan, puro swimming ang sinabi, di ba? Good, good, no? Okay, sino pa? Meron pa bang habol? Okay, mukhang wala na. So, Neddy, karamihan sa mga ka-HR natin sa HR Calabar Zone, sabi nila swimming. So, that's precisely my point. Kasi hindi naman swimming talaga yung ginagawa ko. Kita nyo nga, naka-jacket pa ako, di naman ako basa. Di ba? Naka-swimming trunks ba ako? Hindi, wala naman ako swimming pool. Hindi ako nag-swimming. Ginagalaw ko lang yung kamay ko. Sabi ko nga sa inyo na importante yung SBI kasi sa B, behavior lang talaga yung sinasabi natin, 'di ba? Kasi nag-interpret na tayo eh. So kailangan talaga nating again, similar to how I answered the second question, we really need to learn very well as HR or as managers to own meron pa humabol ng swimming pa rin, no? To only observe or say the behavior that is seen, not interpret the behavior. Kasi pwedeng iba't iba yung interpretation natin eh. Pero ang hindi mababago ay yung talagang nakita mo. Which is, ginagalaw ko yung arms ko. Right? So yun yun. So a bit of alignment for us, no? So it's a learning experience. So I don't fail when I do that example, talagang may mga aha moment tayo diyan. Okay? So Nedi, I hope that we answered your question. Talaga naman, no? Nag-swimming pa talaga. All right. All right.
And,
Okay.
thank you so much, sir. Sa ating mga participant na currently on Zoom, do you have any other question? Please do raise your hand. On our end, medyo 3 lang yung question. I think, sir, napakalinaw naman po ng inyong presentation. Kahit na sabi nyo nga po, good for 3 hours, ginawa natin good for 1 hour.
Of course, no? Dapat kasi meron pa tayong mga examples ng role play ng coaching and mentoring eh. Siyempre, di natin nagawa.
Possible po kung ang mga ka-HR natin dyan na nanonood sa via Facebook.
Na-mute ka, te.
Na-mute ako ng ating host. Yung ating mga ka-HR po dyan na still interested to know more kung ano po ba ang coaching and mentoring, Sir Eric is very much open po para po sa inyong, para mabigyan po kayo ng guidance at syempre they are open for consulting po. Please do contact Sir Eric. Meron po siyang LinkedIn, Facebook, and pwede rin po kayong dumaan sa akin.
Yes.
Pero dahil dyan, sir, wala tayong masyadong question. Tama po ba? Or mali po ako?
Yan. Mukhang wala naman. Mukhang wala na, yes.
Parang wala na po. So, we would like to present, para po sa kalamanan lahat, this learning is free. Wala rin pong sinisingil sa akin si Sir Eric.
Wala. Yan, yung yung premyo lang sa mga nanalo sa quiz.
Ayan, gulitin lang po ako. Pero definitely, HR Calabarzon would like to present this certificate of appreciation to Sir Eric Reyes de Dios for sharing his invaluable knowledge and expertise as speaker for 114th HRE Knowledge Series entitled Enhancing Organizational Success Strategies for Managing Employee Performance via Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook Live from 2 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. given this 21st day of September 2024. Signed by our Corporate Secretary and yours truly, Nedi Estrella. Magandang hapon, sir, at maraming salamat. Magkikita.
Thank you, everyone.
Sa mga participant po natin sa Facebook Live, Zoom, at saka sa YouTube na manonood po ng ating replay, para po sa kaalaman nating lahat, ang webinar po ay libre. Wala po itong bayad. Pwede nyo pong panoorin anytime. At syempre po, mas marami pa po kayong matututunan kung magko-connect po tayo kay Sir Eric sa LinkedIn or sa Facebook po. Ang e-certificate po natin ay maipoprovide sa inyo with a minimal fee of 50 pesos per webinar per attendee. Payment will be made via GCash sa ating cellphone number 0919-009-6339. Ang link at QR code po ay open until 12 midnight bukas. At kayo po ay makakatanggap ng e-certificate pagkatapos pong i-validate ang inyong attendance, ang inyong proof of payment sa ating Google form. Hindi po kami tumatanggap ng e-certificate request via messenger, text, or call, or even email. Please do note that the e-certificate fee of minimal of 50 pesos is non-refundable and we do not again entertain e-certificate requests via email nor private message for auditing purposes dahil inire-report po natin ang ating OR sa BIR. Ang ating pong e-certificate QR code para po sa makapag-payment is 0919-009-6339. At ang ating link po para sa Google Form ng e-certificate, ito po, please do screenshot. While naging screenshot po kayo, Sir Eric, meron ka po bang ibang mga learning events bukod po sa summit na makakasama namin kayo?
Ayun. Sa wakas naman, sinama din ako. Lagi ako in-snub talaga ni Nedi, pero I look forward to that summit, Nedi, no?
Siguro nabasa yung email ko. Baka ganyan ka. Yan.
Hindi pa yata. Resend mo naman para ilalagay, ipapaskill ko sa ano, sa wall namin tsaka sa labas ng bahay namin na naimbitahan na rin ako sa wakas.
So, baka po meron kayong gustong imbitahin sila ng mga learning, trainings, or anything that you have in the future.
Yes, for sure. No, so we do have, and please visit our website. So it's riegodejos.com. Pinopost na rin ni Luis sa ating chat group. So makikita niyo yung iba't ibang mga offerings namin. We also provide a lot of learning opportunities no via PMAP, via PSTD, and via Ariba as well. So definitely pag nakita niyo yung picture ko yon, of course, that is through the Riego de Dios Consulting. As mentioned earlier, hindi lang naman kami available sa Philippines. We're also offering training also in Singapore and also in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. So, yun, so iba talaga yung talentong Pilipino, talaga pang global tayo. So, definitely we look forward to connecting with you and collaborating with you, and together hopefully we'll be able to uplift the HR practice in the Philippines and beyond. So, thank you so much for this opportunity, Nedi, and thank you so much for partnering with us for this two-day session, two-day tuloy, no, Nedi? Dapat nagdilang anghel ako, nagawin nating two-day session to for this 2-hour session so that we'll be able to learn more together, grow together, and transform together.
Yes, sir. Hindi pa po kaya ng HR Calabos na mag 2 days. Hanggang 2 hours muna po tayo. Kasi syempre, sir, ang motto natin for the HRE knowledge is your weekend afternoon learning habit with HR Calabarzon. So kapag ginawa na po natin 2 days, hindi na po siya weekend afternoon learning habit.
Yan.
Day,
gawing nating weekday, weekend, wag lang, tanggalin mo yung afternoon, weekend, ganyan, weekend retreat habit, yan.
May bago na.
Siyempre, kilalang Calabarzon sa kanya mga best beaches, even the mountain highs, diba? Nature, diba? So, pwede tayong mag-retreat. Nag-retreat, na-relax ka na, natuto ka pa, di ba? So, tingnan natin yun.
Tingnan natin, sir. I-explore natin yan.
In the future,
In the future. Pero currently, we are very much thankful po sa lahat ng mga participant ng HR Calabarzon's HRE Knowledge, especially to our speaker mentor this afternoon. Muli mga ka-HR, isa na namang punong-puno ng learning sa inyong hapon ng Sabado, na talaga namang lahat tayo ay may natutunan from our speaker mentor, Mr. Eric Reggio de Dios. Muli mga ka-HR, magkita-kita po tayo next week. Next week, kasi every first and third Saturday po tayo ng buwan ang ating HRE knowledge para po hindi naman kayo masyadong mapagod, makinig at manood sa amin. Kaya ginawa na po natin every first and third week of the month ang ating HRE knowledge. Muli mga ka-HR, maraming salamat at magkita-kita po tayo sa mga future HR learnings with HR community. Ayan po. Marami kasing HR community ngayon na nagbibigay ng mga learnings. Tama ba, Sir Eric?
For sure, no? Kasama dyan ang top 100 Filipinos on LinkedIn and many other HR communities. So thank you so much, guys, and God bless you all. We wish you success in your journeys and in your careers. No? So hopefully together we'll be able to impact and build our nation.
Muli mga ka-HR, bye po! Maraming salamat po!
God bless!